Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon to miss any of my most awesome videos. In front of us we have the Daweifa model number R-2227. This is a compact AM FM portable radio. Now you're thinking, todderbert, it's a brown box with a weird name. Should I be watching this video? Yeah, actually, I was pleasantly surprised by this little jewel or gem of a radio. So let's get started. $11.99 at Amazon. It came to me in this really nondescript brown box with a label, AM FM radio, minimal controls. They're made in China. And what you guys are thinking, made in China, cheap. Yes, $11.99. But again, kind of surprised by it. So let me show you what's going on here. Go open this up, see what we get in the box. If I can get it out of here. Okay, go. All right, we'll take everything out and go over to contents. The radio. Okay, everything comes in this like a little tray here. I'll set the box aside, it's empty. First thing we get is a earphone, single earphone. Yeah, you don't see those every day, do you? I think it's the first time I've seen this with a brand new radio earpiece. Yes, that's what it is. Yeah, I got a good laugh out of that. Okay. Next, we have the manual, which, you know what, to be honest with you, I didn't even look at. But there you go. You got a picture of the radio, a little bit of functions. Ta-da! How to turn on and off the radio. That's important. Okay. Using the earphone. Use batteries. Okay. So I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are thinking, what? Is todderbert gone crazy? No, I haven't. There's some information if you guys care to know. There you go. So that's the instructions. Okay, so let's go look at the radio. Here it is. Now, I like the form factor. Compact radio. Okay, pretty neat. Running on 2 AAA batteries. I do like those little micro radios. But the fun thing about this radio, 2 minutes in, it is an all analog radio. Yes, brand new from China, an all analog radio. That's something you just don't see every day right now. Everything's a DSP. It's kind of iffy if it's a good one or a bad one. This is all analog. So it's a really interesting experience. It's actually refreshing to get a radio like this. So $11.99. Before I even go any further, it's a worthy buy just for the fact that it's analog. It may not be the high performing. Some of those DSPs are a little bit more high performing, like a Daweifa PR-108. But something about a smooth analog tuning receiver is good in my book. I'm already giving you final thoughts, which no problem with me. Let's go ahead and do dimensions. 2 1/8 of an inch across, 3 1/2 inches long, and we have a depth of 7/8 of an inch. Little size comparison, we'll bring out CC pocket. Yeah, so you can see it's a micro radio. Again, another neat thing about this reminds me of the Kato KA200. Now, I don't know if that one's still an all analog radio. Some people said that they've been getting the ones and they've been DSPs, the new Kato 200s. But the Kato KA200 I have is all analog, and this reminds me of it. Almost the same reception and everything across the board, if you're wondering. Here we have the CC Skywave. In the house, CC Skywave rocks the house. We'll use this as a frequency checker tonight. We'll go through the AM band. I really haven't done a lot with the evening. During the day was pretty good on locals and semi-locals on medium wave, so not bad. So there's the Skywave, and then we have Iron Man. So this will fit pretty much inside of a deck of cards. There you go. All right, cool. So let's go over the features of the Daweifa. And I'm probably butchering that, but that's how I'm going to call it. The 22227. 2227. Okay, so starting on the left-hand side, it's normal plastics. Now it's smooth. It's a little inexpensive looking there with the seam, but otherwise not too bad. No sharp edges, which is a good thing. Nice rounded corners. It does stand. I do try to mention that if I can. Up front, we have a nice clear dial. That's a really neat thing for a small radio. Big numbers, FM 87 to 108 in our AM band, 520 to 1710. And if you look, you got little log markers and a nice orange dial indicator. This is a real cool feature. a tuning LED indicator that actually works really well. Faint station, it barely lights up. Stronger station, nice and strong LED. So it's very reactive to the signal strength. Love it. There's your model number. Our speaker, about a 40 millimeter jobber, 1.5 inches. Yeah, it sounds rather tinny, but it's a small radio. It's good for news talk and some music. We have our tuning wheel. You see how that's right there? Our volume. And then we have an off switch and our band select switch together. I do like this. I like it being separate than the volume control. So you have off, FM, and then AM. On the back here, we have a sticker, frequency information, 2 AAA batteries. Of course, we know it's made in China. But yes, loving the fact that it is an analog radio. I'm excited about that. Okay, so two AAA batteries in the back with a hinged battery door, by the way. You know, for $11.99, they didn't have to do this. I mean, I just got another radio. It's $15. You guys get to see that review in the future. And it's a piece of junk. And it's $15 and the door falls off. You know, it doesn't even attach like this. This is just a neat sign of quality for an inexpensive radio. So 2 AAA batteries. Positive on the top is still left. And the bottom one, the positive, is to the right. You can see that there. All right, so let's go ahead and push that back in. Let's talk about FM reception. Then we'll tune in Radio Todderbert. And then we'll cruise the medium wave band and do final thoughts. So FM reception report, for those who are new to my channel, 5-tier basis or 5-star method. I start out as fair, okay, good, very good, excellent. I sit on my couch and I tune this radio through the FM band, and I log how many stations I can find in that particular location. I do that with all my radios, same location, same time of day, and I kind of note if there's any tropospheric ducting going on that day, you know, where we have FM skipping. I try not to do FM band scans in those days because it can kind of disrupt the test. So, but today I did real well. I got an average of 46 stations, which for an analog radio is really good. The interesting thing is I didn't show you this. Oh yeah, I gotta show you this part. There's more features. So on this little antenna, the FM reception was okay to good. I was rather surprised. This antenna is 6.5 inches. Did not expect to find 46 stations with a little analog FM radio. That was rather interesting. Selectivity was okay to good. And yeah, so right in the middle of the 5. Now, just so you know, good, very good, excellent. Those are DSP radios or digital radios, and very few fall between very good and excellent, most falling around the good range. This is really close. This is right there in the average rating and right there with all the analog radios. Top of the radio, I forgot to show you. Got the earpiece, single ear only, so left ear only. If you want both ears, they have adapters. If I think about it, I'll put a link below. If not, search Amazon. They have those little adapters where you plug it in, it turns the mono into both ears if you need to listen to both ears. Otherwise, single ear is not a bad thing. It's good for news talk, and plus when you're walking, you can hear other people around you. That's a plus. So there you go. I want to also tell you, when you're tuning the FM band, as you go through the FM band, you'll notice that this tunes like a radio without automatic frequency control. So you'll notice drift. It's interesting. That's not a bad thing, because whenever I do my tests, I like to test with the AFC off, because AFC on tends to use up the dial quite a bit because it locks on that station and it just eats up the band a bit. So I turn off this radio's like the AFC is turned off. So as I'm tuning, I'm picking up a lot of faint stations, and I can get that kind of mirrored image. And I you hear a little bit of it, then it gets a little stronger. You pass over one. So it's like you're tuning a non-AFC radio. Very interesting. So if you buy this radio and you notice that, yeah, it's kind of like older tech. I just think it's amazing. It's a good thing. If this antenna was longer, it would do really well, I think. But being short antenna, it kind of struggled a bit. So let's go ahead and do Radio Todderbert. What that is I have a little transmitter, bring it over here to you. C-Crane, FM transmitter 2, transmitting at 92.9 megahertz. You can see this little activity light. It's hooked up to an MP3 player, broadcasting royalty-free music. Pretty much really close proximity here. People across the street can't hear it. Just people in my home, pretty much. So these are legal. You can own one of these. Pretty cool thing. I love having this. So we have that going. So let's go ahead and turn it on. We should be FM. There we go. So we'll run for a few minutes, and then we'll do a medium wave band scan. Sweet. There's our tuning indicator. Okay, there you go. You get a basic idea. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the MP3 player and that. So what you do with that little little acoustics there, go ahead and look at my other videos and you'll see the difference or hear the difference. With other radios, you hear more bass. You can tell this one's really tinny. I don't care what headphones you're using or what kind of post-processing this video has. There's no mistaking this radio has a tinny speaker. It's really good sounding on classical, as you heard, and for voice talk, it's not bad. Again, I forgot to mention with the earphone, since I really don't use a single ear only thing, I didn't really go into much detail. I keep forgetting to mention it, but it does have no low-level hiss, which I thought was fantastic. You know, most inexpensive radios have, you know, that big at low levels. It's very annoying when you're trying to DX. So it doesn't have that, and it's good for news talk programming. For music, it's not so great. It's rather tinny on the little single earpiece. You could try different headphones. Might help a little bit on the bass side of things, but that's how that sits. So let's go ahead. We'll do an AM band scan and do final thoughts. So let's go ahead and look at the radio here. We got the Skywave 10:12 p.m. Central Standard Time near Chicago, Illinois. Everything's a fingerprint magnet lately. We'll use this as a frequency checker. See what we can find. Go to the bottom of the band here, and we'll tune it and see what we can hear on the AM band. Plus, you get a general idea what it sounds like as I tune it. It's pretty cool. Did I get all the way to AM? Okay, we got FM off, FM AM. Okay. There we go. Now, I might even bring a loop up just to see if it reacts with a loop. Okay, this is 540 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin. Like I said, it does good on locals and semi-locals. Faint stations, it tends to have a bit of noise. But I'm sure if I bring the loop in, it'll make a difference. Let's see what I got here on the side. I have a Turk. It's got a tuner. We're going to tune it on down. I think the antenna's here. It could be at the battery compartment. There we go.
I'm okay. I'm feeling 100% better.
Okay. Fun. Let's go. Let's find some strong stations now.
Great service, low closing costs, and competitive interest rates worth to you. At Townstone Financial, it's priceless. Hi, Barry Sterner, founder of Townstone Financial. Let's hear about the Townstone experience from one of our customers.
My name is
Here's 560 WIND, Chicago, Illinois.
Townstone Financial. It was a lot of personal attention. I felt like I was very comfortable. All of my questions were answered. It was a very...
Just what I described. You're listening to The Clark Howard Show.
Music. Let me just, I think that's 620. Whoops, that's my Skywave going on. Let's hear what it sounds like there.
Every one of our team members knows the hero.
My Uncle Paul, who works long hours at the grocery store to make sure that people can put food on the table.
We really want to thank my wife's cousin Marie, who works so hard as a nurse
There
saving
you go.
others.
Thank you for being a hero in our community.
620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
We thank you. From the front lines to behind the scenes, we see you. You're essential every day, and today, to us.
Okay, that's some country music. Signals aren't so great, but you can hear it's picking it up. This is 630 CFCO, Chatham, Ontario. 310 miles, 6,000 watts. Okay, Hispanic music there, 640 WMFN, Peatone, Illinois, 75 miles away, 1,600 watts. Country music, WSM 650, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles.
Virus pandemic. We're being asked to stay home in an attempt to stop the spread of the virus. So radio...
So this is 670. This is WSCR, the score. This is Chicago, Illinois.
Stay connected. I'm Dr. Chris Donahue. I'll be joined by celebrities and experts.
As you can tell, nice clear sounding on the locals. And it's just smooth tuning. You know, I'm not getting like the best reception, but you know, I'm picking up stations, which is great for a tiny little radio, inexpensive, and all analog. Sweet. Let's keep rolling. Oops, going the wrong way in the volume.
1877 cars for kids.
Come on.
Not having a future in this country, I say open things, keep things open. I mean, he said
See what we
that
got
right,
here.
he's still saying. Yeah.
Well,
He's not the one ultimately.
My wife just brought to my attention during the break is, you know, all these businesses, you know, they stumbled on the stimulus. They ran
700. This is WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
a lot of it did. I mean, you know, there's some really sad examples that are frustrating, you know, as a small business owner.
Saving usually means lowering.
So there you go, WGN 720, Chicago.
No one ever got less than thought. Good for me. Now you can save on all your favorite stuff without giving anything up. Surf, swipe, and stream as much as you want. Wow Internet for only $34.99 a month with our 2-year price lock.
Here we go, nice CFZM Zoomer Radio 740, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles away.
It's a data-driven approach, which we think we're going to meet, and that's a 14-day declining average. That's a transmission rate of less than 1. That's enough testing in PPE and social...
This is 750. This is Atlanta, Georgia, WSB, 630 miles away. Not bad.
Not call for a second wave. We don't want to call victory prematurely. We want to be ready to get us next phase.
Yeah, so I know you're working with mayors across the state of Tennessee on just how to reopen. I know
If you have a failed pump,
you want to help small businesses get back on their feet. What are your plans to do just that?
well, the 4 biggest cities in Nashville are working very closely together.
So there you go. Pretty nice.
More rural areas too. We have more cases, and in some cases we have a more complicated presentation.
With business now at 23 and 53 past each hour from the Bluebird Newsroom, Joan Donovan, News Radio 780 and
Right now, we're all safer.
See if I can pick up 760.
Yeah, and they made a decision early on to issue your own stay-at-home order, but as we see from New York City come out to rally against the
Okay, so I can get 750.
Well, why don't I say I hope you're social distancing appropriately? And it's their right to protest, but it's our right to stay safe.
You expect the very best in professional care. If you noticed your loved one...
Okay, so I can't get 760, but I was able to get 750 and 740. That's nice. 780 is a bit strong of a station. This is WBBM, Chicago, Illinois.
and you deserve compensation. Call 888-MALMAN Law for a free consultation. Malman Law. You'll want our experience on your side. You'll want your lawyers to be this good. From nurses.
Good station. They have classic radio programming. My loop. Classic radio programming in the evenings on Monday through Friday, 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. Love it.
This simple effort online, by phone, or by mail will help impact the next 10 years of healthcare, schools, and roads.
Isaiah 24, it talks about a pole shift. It says the earth is going to be flipped upside down. It talks about the earth is going to reel and rock like a drunken man. We have scriptures that tell us there's going to be major earthquakes all over the globe in the last days. In Matthew 24, Jesus says you're going to have
Sounds like Ground Zero on 840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, about 300 miles.
famine, locusts.
faire partie de l'équipe de Parasnowboard Canada.
Tuning's a little tricky. You got to go back and forth, but that's because there's a lot of stations on the dial, which is nice. This is 860. This is CJBC, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles.
Karina, Marceau, qu'est-ce que vous avez appris à travers cette série-là? Vous êtes documentariste,
Right next to is 870. And the Skywave's barely picking that up, so I don't think I'm going to find it with this one. Barely hear it. You could bring the loop in. So there, we're just picking up WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles. Now again, we're pushing it with the loop here, so we're doing a little bit of DXing with the loop. Move the loop out of the way so it doesn't affect the radio. Let's keep going.
City Harvest trucks remain on the road, rescuing and delivering food to make sure everyone in our city has access to food during this difficult time. Help City Harvest ensure that no one in our city goes hungry. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Hi, I'm Sal Farrell, President and CEO of Allure Home Improvements. For 75 years, Allure has been improving homes on Long Island, and we are proud of it.
There you go, Long Island, WCBS, 880, New York, New York, 750 miles. Awesome. Now I'm going to go kind of quickly up the dial here. You get a general idea what this radio can do.
Create memories, celebrate life, and look to the future. In these uncertain times, all of us at Allure are dedicated to the one home we have in common, Long Island. So let's be safe, kind, compassionate, loving, and caring. Now is the time to unite, because we're all in this together.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully.
If you guys aren't from New York, you can tell that accent.
Back taxes or have unfiled tax returns. We can help.
Works every time. Capitalism.
Progressive collection.
The market didn't work.
High pitch whine with the voice there. It's 890 WLS Chicago.
Shut down capitalism or many aspects.
Always from the camera.
Capitalism didn't shut down capitalism. Socialism.
I think we're getting a little hint of classic programming on CHML, classic radio. This is 900, Hamilton, Ontario, 430 miles.
Minutes a day, you'll be speaking the language of your choice with real confidence. With Babbel, you can speak a language. Babbel.com and start your first lesson in the language of your choice for free. Download the Babbel app or go to Babbel.com and try it for free. That's BABBEL.com.
Do you ever wonder why some companies have built such a solid quality?
Can't have it too loud. It gets kind of tinny sounding. This is 1000 WMVP, Chicago, Illinois. A local sports station. Just move my list there. All right, let's just go to the top of the band here.
Customers with exemplary service. This is what happens when you use.
Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. here on News Radio 1020 KDKA. Tune in to 1020 KDKA Radio for Medical Frontiers with Dr. Gerald Pfeiffer from the Allegheny Health Network.
So there you go, KDKA 1020, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles from me.
Cover the information that you want to know about your health and the latest trends in medicine. Your source for official traffic information.
Hear it on News Radio KDKA. New cases of COVID-19
Want a thin, dull coat, so I take the door.
that are being identified as outbreak hotspots. The coronavirus has killed 83 people in Iowa. Nearly 13 on the radio recovered from the virus.
In our top national story, the U.S. Senate has approved a
This is 1040, WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles.
The number of new cases by week's end.
Any decrease is good, even a small decrease. That's a sign we're winning over this epidemic, and that decrease should continue.
Another good sign, he says, is that 31% of the region's hospital beds remain available, though some hospitals have faced capacity and staff.
Okay, 1060 KYW, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
Less burdened hospitals and a few
strong station here is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, Ohio. It's 345 miles.
For necessary sales or service, be assured that we are taking precautions to keep you safe. We will do our best to keep... Give the audio book so you can listen in your car. Call 1-800-704-8282. That's
We're almost done.
1-800-704-8282. 1-800-704-8282. This hour is brought to you by Hardin Nissan, home of the 3-day trial exchange. Why do you listen to News Radio 1140 WRVA?
WRVA doesn't just give you the forecast, they give you the weather. I like that.
Forecasts you can depend on at the top and bottom of the hour. News Radio 1140 WRVA.
That's Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles.
Say aye. Aye. I'll put...
On site.
Every day. Service. Career and mobile lobby.
Cruising really quick to the top.
To admit it is not the hospital or the nursing.
I'm joining Tommy Terrific in Tampa.
Okay, well, that's the end. I think it taps out 1700.
And then I say we get a running back in their second now, but a lot of people are projecting Todd Bowles. It took them a while to learn that defense last year, but the last 6 years, that's one of our top 5 defense.
There you go, 1700 KBGG, Des Moines, Iowa. Another distance station with 1,000 watts at night. So, okay, there we go. We turn this off. We did a little band scan. That was fun. So, the Daweifa, model number R-2227 for $11.99. Is it a buy? Yeah, go grab one. $11.99 of analog fun. Pure analog fun. You may not get the best reception, of course, like a Skywave or a, CC Pocket over here. But, it's something about $11.99, all analog. The tuning experience in itself is a lot of fun. And to get a brand new, inexpensive Chinese radio that's based on an all analog format is absolutely amazing. So use the links below. Check out this radio. By all means, pick one up if you love little radios and you love an analog experience. Like I said, there's a lot of people that just can't stand the DSPs. I work with both, okay? Because you guys know I have tons of radios. So definitely give a big like if you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed this radio. $12, it's a no-brainer. Puts a smile on my face. It's a lot of fun to tune. There'll be, like I said, links below. Also, if you like inexpensive radios, keep your eye on my channel. Hit subscribe, hit the bell icon if you haven't already. And you watch this all the way through, 30 minutes. Whoa! And of course, comment below what you think about the Daweifa. I'm butchering that name, I don't care. All analog, portable radio, micro, pocket-sized, single earpiece for $11.99. Let me know what you guys think. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you in the next video.